Hey guys, what's up? It's the Epic Cuber here, and welcome to a video on how to solve a Rubik's Cube using the Fridrich method, or CFOP, whatever you really like to call it. So, there are 3 steps in solving a Rubik's Cube using the Fridrich method. The first one is called F2L, and that's what we're going to be learning in this video today. So, F2L is basically solving the first 2 layers simultaneously. So there's no need for that algorithm that you have to use to put these edges in that takes so long and just nah. So, second part is called OLL, or Orient Last Layers. And that's basically just to get the top face a solid color. Now, I solved from the green to the blue side, and lots of people solve from the white to the yellow, and so on and so forth. But I solved from the green to the blue. So I'd be trying to get the whole top face a blue color and not worry about the edges and the corners and stuff like that. And then the last step is called PLL, or Permutate Last Layers. And that's basically just arranging all the corners and the edges to get them into the right place to finally solve the cube. Now, there's a couple things that I'm going to require before we get started on this video. The first thing that I'm going to require is that you have a puzzle cube. Now, I'm using a Diane Zanchi for the sake of this video. I've restickered it and lubed it and tensioned it, and I like it quite a bit. So, without any, and the second thing that we need is you need to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube using just the beginner's method. So that basically means that you know how to do algorithms and you know how the cube is oriented, like right face, U face, left face, so on and so forth. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So, what we're going to be looking for while we're solving this is we're going to try to get to a place that's this. So I have a couple of more cubes for demonstration purposes. By the end of the first step, hopefully this is what our puzzle will look like. We'll have a fully solved bottom 2 layers of a cube. So sort of like solving a domino cube and then just having the top like that. Okay. What we're going to be looking for while we're solving to get to that point is we're going to be looking for pairs. And no, I'm not talking about the fruit. I'm talking about a thing called an F2L pair. This is an F2L pair. So, I saw from green, so I'm going to be looking for edges that have green on them. And here's one right here. I got a green, yellow, and red edge piece. And this is, F2L pair, excuse me. And basically, we're just going to be looking to make these, so making these F2L pairs so we can just put them in where they need to go. So like that. It's a very intuitive way of solving a cube, but it is much, much faster. You should definitely be able to get around 30-second solves with enough practice with this method. So, let's jump right into it. First thing that you need to do, give your cube a nice good scramble. Don't want to make it too easy on yourself. So, there we go. I'm going to scramble a little more. That's a little bit of an easy one. That is also. Oh well, I'm going to stick with this. So, let's go ahead. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get the bottom cross like you normally would on any puzzle when you were solving it the beginner's method. So, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get the bottom cross. There we are. There's the bottom cross completed. So once you got that step, then we can move on to the next one. So now that we're on F2L, what you need to do is you need to find a corner piece. Now, if you solve from white, then you pick a corner piece with white on it. I solved from green, so I'd be picking a corner piece with green on it. And I see one right here. So I chose the green, orange, and yellow corner piece. And this will go right in here. And I'll also need the orange and yellow edge piece, which I see is right here. So orange and yellow matches with this orange and yellow. So what you normally do with the beginner's method is you just put it in, and then you'd be doing a algorithm to get that into place. So that takes a while, and it's just not quite as efficient as this F2L method. So let's learn how to do it right now. So I picked this edge. I have the green, orange, and yellow corner piece, excuse me. And here is the edge piece, the orange and yellow edge piece. What I need to do is I need to make them into an F2L pair, like the other cube had. So I see that this is facing towards me. So I'm looking at this one right here. It's facing towards me. And the edge piece is right here. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get this edge piece to the left of it, because this is on the right side of the cube and facing towards me. So before we get started, I'm going to present an idea of a workspace. The workspace is basically the top layer in this case. I can turn the top layer as much as I want without affecting these bottom 2 things that we're trying to solve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this out of the way, and I'm going to bring this to the left of it. So my edge piece is now to the left of it, and I just bring it back up. So I could almost put this in, but I can't quite, because these two colors need to be opposing. So this would need to be orange. That probably didn't make any sense, but I'm going to do my best. If I were to do my little algorithm, which I will teach you a little bit later, to put it in, these colors would not, this would be backwards. So that's not going to work. So what you have to do is you have to turn this, first of all, you got to make sure that there's no F2L pair that you'd be breaking by bringing this down. So I just turn this left, and then I do a two U's, U2, and then I just bring it back up with a left inverted, and just like that, there's a pair already solved. So then all I do is I put it away, bring up, I do a right, and then a U inverted, and then a right. And just like that, bada bing, bada boom, we already have 1 of 4 solved, making progress. So let's move on to the next one. And I got one right here. Now, the green color is pointing upwards this time, so it's different than the last case. I'm going to look for the white and red edge piece. And I see it's right here, because this is the green, white, and red corner piece. So what I do for this case is I turn the edge piece to where it matches up with the respective color, excuse me. So I have a line here, it's matched up like that. And then I turn it away from where it needs to go. If I turn it towards it, I would match it, but backwards, so I can't do that. So I turn it away from where this edge piece needs to go in. I put this corner piece on top, and then I put it back up. And just like that, there's another one paired. So then, once again, you just move it away from where it needs to go. You do a right, a U inverted, and then a R inverted. And just like that, 2 solved. So, we're doing quite good. I'm going to do this one right here. I have a green, white, and orange piece. And I see that my edge piece is right here. Now this is not in my workspace, so the first thing I need to do is put this into my workspace. So, easy enough, I just turn it up and put it in. So now it's in my workspace. So, what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to just make this into a different case very quickly. So there, made it into a different case. For the majority of the time, this is what you're going to be trying to achieve. If this is facing you on the left, you want to put the edge piece on the right. And these two top colors have to be opposite colors. So since these are opposite colors, I can put it in here and make a pair immediately and not so. I'm sorry, that did not make too much sense. So what I do is I just turn it to above where it needs to go. So I have this edge piece needs to go in here. This is the green, white, and orange edge piece. And I have the green, white, and orange edge place where it needs, corner piece where it needs to go. And since these two colors are opposing, and this is on the right side, all I have to do is do a F, and then a U, and then an F inverted. And just like that, there's 3 solved, almost there. So we have another one that's pointing upward. So once again, you just put this on top of where it needs to go, or on top of this color. So I have a red line, and then I turn it away from where it needs to be, and then I put it on top, bring it up, and there is another edge piece solved. So then you just put it in, just like that. I'm going to go through it again with this puzzle. So once again, let's go ahead through it. I already have one. I see that these two can match up right here because these are opposing colors, and they're the proper edge piece and corner piece. So I turn it to above where it needs to go, and I do my little algorithm of F inverted, U, and then F. Or U inverted, excuse me. And there's 2 paired. Now, here's another one. This is lined up to above where it needs to be. I have the yellow and orange piece. So I just turn it down, bring this over, bring it up, and put it in. I'm going to show something real quick here. So, here, I have an edge piece that's in here. So I need to get it out and onto my workspace. So I would just turn it up and put it in. So then I just line it up and then do my little fancy algorithm, and just like that, it's already done. Thanks so much for watching part 1 of this video. Be sure to stick around for part 2 where we'll be doing OLL. I hope this was of some help, but that's all for now. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.